Bago mag-recess ang mga senator judges para mag-usap sa caucus, nais kong sambitin sa record na binabati ko ang magkabilang panig, partikular si Congressman the Honorable Shel Jokno, gayon din si Attorney Poa, sa isang mahinahon, malumanay, maginoo at magalang na diskurso at debate kaugnay sa may tuturing nating kontrobersyal na isyong ito. At inaasahan ko, yan din ang magaganap sa caucus at sa aming pagbabalik matapos nito. Senator Judge Alan Cayetano is recognized.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Very eloquently said. Before we go to our favorite subject, recess, the prosecutor was going to say something about Monday witness. Can we hear that? Because if I don't want to preempt, but can we hear that? Because if they're not going to have witnesses on Monday, I have a proposal.
I'm sure they will. They were, in fact, on the verge of announcing it.
No, because, Mr. President, this is what I wanted to say. We do need a caucus, but after hearing both sides, I really have many questions, and I think we should really dapat mahimay. But after hearing them, I think there's a couple of issues we will agree on, but I'd rather ask my questions on Monday. So if everyone agrees, then we can caucus but allow them to adjourn, no? Unless someone wants to ask after our caucus.
We will hear the lead prosecutor. However, Senator Judge Cayetano, it is the predisposition of the presiding officer, given that we don't have any witnesses today, to settle this matter and this issue today. That's the only matter for us to discuss anyway.
That's my point, Senator Judge. No? I'm reviewing the rules. Hindi naman tayo tatagal pag per legal issue kasi nakalagay naman not more than 2 minutes. So, meaning for example, for me, issuing the subpoena is not one issue. Whether the subpoena is to the VP or to her husband is two separate issue. Peso account or dollar account is a separate issue. Whether or not the company's accounts, etc., should be subpoena is a different issue. But for me to decide, I want to ask the prosecution and the defense about that. So medyo mahaba-haba talaga.
To answer the Senator Judge, we have a precedent that I think, if I remember correctly, it involves the good gentleman himself. When then Senate President Enrile made a ruling with respect to the request for the issuance of a subpoena against the former Chief Justice Corona and his family, the gentleman agreed with respect to not issuing the subpoena against the Chief Justice, but disagreed with respect to not issuing with the family.
No, I was correct there. That was the first, the rules of court says pwede pagka son-in-law. But I was overruled by Senator Enrile. I appealed. The body agreed with him. So even if I was correct, I was overruled. But my point is, Mr. Presiding Officer, that was one simple issue. That's why I didn't argue. I'm saying this seems to be like 2 subpoenas, but there are several subject matters, AMLA, etc. And remember, this is Article 2. What's our assumption? August or September pa to iti-take up eh. So I'm just saying, so for example, no, we all agree on the ruling. It benefits one side. We should tell them why we ruled that way so that if they file a motion for reconsideration or they go to the Supreme Court, malinaw din yung ruling natin doon. There are substantive issues here. There are some issues, as eloquently said by Congressman Shel Jokno. Alangan namang bago ako ng stand kung pare-pareho yung issue about let's say, bank account. So, you know my vote on that, di ba? But my vote on Chief Justice Corona doesn't mean it's the same vote if it was on his spouse and the companies that are under his name. I can tell you honestly right now, I don't know what to vote for, what my vote will be. But I do know that these are 2 important issues. Even the definition of definiteness and the definition of fishing expedition I want to pursue that with them.
With the permission
Your
of
Honor,
Senator
sir.
Judge Alan, can we discuss that in caucus?
Yes, yes.
instead of-
So I'm just saying, if we're going to discuss it and maraming magtatanong, do you want them to go home and we can extend till Thursday next week or whatever?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
We can advise
Yeah, I
them
submit
properly
to the presiding
at the
officer.
appropriate time. Senator Judge Pangilinan.
Now, just to reiterate the earlier manifestation of the presiding officer, we agreed to go on caucus after the presentation
Yes.
after the oral argument. So let us stick to the agreement, Mr. President, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Umaasa pa rin ako na magiging mahinahon yung caucus.
So we move to
Chair declares a recess. We will advise the parties as to what time we will most likely finish once we know that we are in the process of winding up. In the meantime, kindly relax and study the next witnesses you will be presenting. Trial is on recess.
Alright, Dean. Well, hindi natin alam kung gaano katagal o gaano kahaba itong gagawing caucus. Pero actually, Dean, bago natin pag-usapan yung naging diskusyon dun sa oral arguments, ang tanong ko muna is, talaga bang pwedeng pagdiskusyonan ito sa caucus na walang ibang present, either defense or counsel present in the caucus?
Yes, pwede naman po. Recognized yun dun sa kanilang rules ng impeachment trial na disclosed naman dun sa magkabilang panig.
Alright. So, pero yung decision gagawin in open court.
Opo, so kung ano yung napagpasyahan nila, ito po kasi sinabi nila kahapon. No? So magkokocus sila after the exchange in oral arguments. Tapos babalik po sila upang ilahad kung ano yung napagpasyahan nila. So kung kaya na po nilang magbotohan dun sa mga motion, boboto na po sila. Yun po, ito po yung sinabi nila kahapon. Kung hindi po nila kayang magbotohan dahil may mga ilang pang senator judges na gusto magtanong sa prosecution o sa depensa, bibigyan ang bawat panig ng 1 oras para matapos ng mga senator judges yung mga tanong nila. Na sana daw ay sa bawat senator judge mga 2 minutes lang sana. So not to exceed 1 hour for each side.
Alright. Well, sinabi ni Senator Cheese na umaasa siya magiging mahinahon ang kanilang caucus. So, tingnan natin. Siyempre, hindi natin malalaman unless ikwento nila in open court kung ano ang nangyari sa caucus. Pero, Dean, pwede ko bang balikan yung, yung sinabi kanina ni Attorney Michael Poa, speaking for the defense, no? Ang sabi niya kasi, there are twin powers needed to execute a subpoena. Ang nabanggit niya, the definiteness and the relativeness. So, ang sinasabi niya, kasi kung ang subpoena i-issue mo lang, sa pag-asa na may mahanap ka dun sa dokumento para itong fishing expedition. Pero ang tanong ko din, hindi ba may dahilan kung bakit nila hinihingi ang itong mga BIR tax records dahil ito ay nakaakibat doon sa AMLAC report? Hindi ba ito yung mga detalyeng hinihingi nila na gusto nilang mahanap dun sa actual tax records?
Meron po kasi silang Article 2, no? Kung saan ang nakapaloob ay yung pagkakaroon ng parang unexplained wealth, no, ng Vice President. So kahit po doon sa Article 2, binanggit na po nila yung mga bagay na gusto sana nilang mapagbigyan ng mas malaman pa na parang diskusyon o ebidensya. Yung una, ano kaya yung paliwanag kung bakit lumobo yung income ni Vice President at ang kanyang asawa mula mga 7 million nung siya ay local government official hanggang sa naging mga 80 or 88 million nung siya ay naging national government official na. At sa palagay po kasi ng prosecution, nakita nila nung kanilang probable cause hearing, hindi rin po accurate yung nakadeclare sa SALE na mga 80 million. No? Sa palagay nila, mas malaki pa doon. Dahil may nakita na po sila mga AMLC reports during the probable cause hearing na may mga transaction na mas malaki pa kaysa sa 80 billion. So, kung ang posisyon po ng prosecution panel ay hinihiling nila na masupina, no? Itong so 3 bagay po 'yun, yung bank records, whether local currency or foreign currency, kasama po yung bank records ng spouse at yung bank records ng mga companies na naka-identify doon sa kanilang Article 2. Yung pangalawa po ay yung AMLC reports at yung pangatlo po ay yung BIR tax filings or tax records ng Vice President. Yun po yung naka-seal. So, yung pagkakalatag po nila sa Article 2 at dun sa argumento kanina, yung oral arguments ni Representative Chel Jokno, yun po ay relevant doon sa gusto nilang patunayan under Article 2.